Your curiosity is wonderful. And just like you, it was my own curiosity about nature that led me working right here at SeaWorld. We receive so many questions about killer whales each and every day from kids and grown-ups of all ages. We've gathered those questions and put them all together in this Killer Whales Up Close book to share with you today. And we've connected the book so you'll be able to see everything up on the big screen. Now, if you're ready to get started, it's my privilege to introduce you to Mike.
Thanks very much, Jessica. How are you guys doing today? You guys ready to meet some killer whales? Yeah! All right, well, first up, we have the matriarch of our pod here at SeaWorld Stadium. She's 40 years old and a mother of 4. Let's give a big round of applause, please, to Kasaka. Up next, we have Kasaka's oldest son. He just turned 14 years old. He's one of our most athletic whales and loved by all of his trainers. Give it up one time for Nakai. All right, up next is Kasaka's daughter. She just had her very own baby who turned 1 year old. The birthday girl, she turned 11 yesterday. Here is Kalia and Amaya. And the last one we want to introduce you to this morning, Kalia's little brother, Kasaka's youngest son. Here comes Makani. Right up here to the stage. Here at SeaWorld Stadium, we have a pod of 11 killer whales. We have 5 males and 6 females. They range in age from 1 year old, baby Amaya, all the way up to Corky, who is 51 years old.
Whoa. You can see how different each killer whale is. But did you know there are even bigger differences in the wild? Would you be surprised if I told you there are actually different kinds of killer whales? Scientists refer to them as ecotypes. They live in different habitats, they have different body types, and they even pursue different kinds of food. While killer whale ecotypes are different, they're also considered members of one species, or Sinus orca. One of the questions we get asked all the time is how big does a killer whale grow to be? Well, the answer depends on which ecotype you're talking about. Is it a 16-foot female in Iceland or a 30-foot male in Antarctica? Let's take a closer look.
The remarkable thing about killer whales, no matter which type, is that they are found throughout our global ocean, from the Arctic to the Antarctic, and literally everywhere in between. They are found in so many different habitats and depend on such a variety of marine life for survival that killer whales are more intertwined with the fate of our ocean than any other marine animal. Truly, these awesome animals are the living symbol of our ocean, representing so much more than their own species.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for our killer whale family. Okay, let's talk about some of your great questions. I know, so many people wonder about our trainers. In fact, raise your hand if you've ever wanted to be an animal trainer. Wow, that's a lot. Then you should meet the dedicated men and women who interact with our family of whales every day.
All right, up here on the main stage, we have Michelle, Carly, rocking the safety tones in the back, we've got Connor. Once again, I'm Mike, Missy, Mike, and Summer.
Our trainers are so passionate about what they do here every day. And that reminds me of another one of your great questions. Do the whales talk to the trainers? Well, I'll let you answer that one, Mike.
Like you and I talk to each other, but we have taught them hand signals to allow us to communicate with them. Now, this ongoing communication allows us to build strong relationships with these animals, and it's through these relationships that we're able to answer important questions through research.
Here at SeaWorld, we have a unique opportunity to conduct research about killer whales, asking important questions that can only be answered in a setting like this. So much of what we learn here is being used to help killer whales in the wild. Of course, there are other questions that can only be explored by studying whales in the ocean. By exploring questions both at SeaWorld and in the wild, our combined research gives all of us a better understanding of killer whales and the places they live.
And that's what I call working together. Research flowing in both directions, from our park to the wild and back again. That way everyone benefits. Okay, let's view another question. This one's perfect. This individual wonders why whales jump, and I just happen to have that emoji. Look! You know, killer whales communicate in a lot of different ways. Sometimes they vocalize, and sometimes they use their body. A jump like that is called a breach. They're making a sound on top of the water. When a whale uses their body to slap the water, it creates a commotion, both above and below the surface. This can be to show their excitement, display a little power, or even to get the attention of other whales. Some of you may have heard about Kalia's calf, Amaya. Our SeaWorld social media fans actually helped us name her. And here at SeaWorld, we watch newborn calves rely on their mothers for everything, from the very first moment of birth.
As a calf grows and gains some independence, it is looked after by other whales in the pod too. They help the mother protect the calf, teach it survival skills, and show the calf how to romp and play. Killer whales live in family-like groups known as pods. Like human families, their pods can range in size from just a handful of whales up to a few dozen.
Here's another one of those important questions. Does having a killer whale breeding program at SeaWorld help whales in the wild? Absolutely! Our successful breeding program helps us understand the developmental needs of pregnant mothers, newborn calves, and young killer whales. This is critical information because that is the time when killer whales are most vulnerable in the wild. Gaining this kind of knowledge is only possible through the research we're able to do right here at SeaWorld.
Recently, SeaWorld worked with researchers from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, to help them develop a model for identifying when a killer whale is pregnant by